The handsomest man in America. He had a lot of energy. He got the crowd laughing. He could be kind of an Adam Sandler-y.
Okay.
You know, I think he
Really?
could be... I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take that back. I just realized what I said. I would not compare John Wilkes Booth to Adam Sandler.
Many say he was the Adam Sandler of the 1960s. He was the Billy Madison of 1865.
Yeah, maybe Lincoln was like, Gatorade's better than water. Kabloom,
I
you're
must
dead.
kill you.
Yeah.
All right, we are live.
We're live, baby. It's not... Oh,
There we go.
it is backing up.
Wouldn't be a first episode of a podcast if you didn't hear a dump truck in the background reversing.
Well, let's
Because-
dump truck back through time, Charles, because this is the Overshadowed podcast. I'm your host, Zach. You are my co-pilot, Charles Angle. We're two New York comedians, and this is our first episode. We're doing it. You asked.
You were the first episode of You're Doing It.
This is a podcast about the siblings of the people who changed the world. So we're focusing today on John Wilkes Booth's sister, Asia Booth. But, I mean, let's talk about John Wilkes Booth.
Okay.
An American hero.
Yeah. An all-American hero.
An all-American hero.
On
Yeah,
all
he was a
accounts.
great athlete. I mean, he was athletic. He was handsome.
He was handsome.
You know, everyone knows that he assassinated Lincoln. What everyone doesn't know is that he was one of, quote, the most handsome men in America.
Yeah. So how about you forgive him a little?
How about you cut him a little bit of slack?
You got
If you
murdered.
saw this guy...
Let me ask you this. I wouldn't be mad. Would you be mad if you got murdered by a hot guy? No.
If I took one in the back from Wilkes Booth, I don't think I'd be sad about it.
I mean, at least he's a dime.
He is a dime. He was 5'8", which, if you convert it, that's a modern-day 6'2".
Nice.
If you look into it, if you look into how height progression works. He was a real dime piece. He obviously assassinated Lincoln.
Yeah.
He jumped off a stage after he killed Lincoln. He yelled this dumb thing from a play.
Super funny.
Sic semper tyrannis.
Nice to have it. He had last lines planned.
He did, which is pretty lame.
And he said them. Not a lot of people get to say their last lines.
That's
That is
true.
funny. He did succeed in saying his lines on a play stage where lines are supposed to be said.
Yeah, he kind of pulled the whole thing off,
Yeah.
except when he jumped off, he did break his leg.
Yep.
Which probably put
Didn't
a damper on
account
the
for
last line.
breaking a bone.
Yeah, he didn't write that into the script.
I'll jump off that balcony. I'll be totally
okay,
fine.
break bone, say line. Use it.
That's a pain that I don't know about yet. Have you ever broken a bone like that?
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
no,
I mean,
like something
after
like
you
that.
assassinate a leader?
Yeah. Have you ever broken a bone after assassinating a leader? I don't know what it's like to break a bone. So I don't know the pain.
You've never broken a bone.
Never broken a bone, knock on wood.
There's a lot of people out there like you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So you know what it's like. I don't know the pain he's
I
feeling.
broke a pinky toe.
Oh, so you're not
Hardly
really,
a bone.
Wow. You should have just said
I've gotten really badly burned. I've had other
no.
pain.
Okay, how was the... I've been burnt. I know that, yeah. If he would have jumped off the balcony and burnt his hand on the stove, I would have known the pain he was in.
I would have known how I could have said that line. Yeah, no, but anyway, so which sic semper tyrannis means thus always to tyrants, a.k.a. you got what was coming to you, you fucking top hat wearing buffoon.
Boo. I would have booed him.
I would have booed him as well.
If you just saw, yeah.
If I saw any actor, if I see an actor trip or a comedian stumble, I pull back.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing. I'm not agreeing with what you're...
What are you doing, try hard?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so we're not talking about John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
We're in the context of very recent Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
Nation is divided.
Yep.
You know, the election was
things
called
are
by the
happening.
press.
Yeah. Their flu suddenly disappeared. And
Yeah, they had a weird flu that suddenly just went away.
everybody went back to work.
Thanks, Pfizer. I don't even know what we're saying, but
Thanks, Pfizer.
yeah.
Yes, sorry, go ahead. Back to, it's 1865.
Yeah, it's 1865. It's a very divided nation.
Yeah.
John Wilkes Booth was an actor who... Was he bad?
He was supposed to be one of the best
One of the
actors.
best.
Yeah. He wasn't bad.
No.
I don't know who's out there spreading fake news that he was some sad sack, talentless actor.
Yeah.
But he was part of the Booth family, baby.
The goddamn Booth family. That's
the son of Junius Brutus Booth, the best actor of the 19th century.
He was actually a very critically acclaimed actor, and he raised his sons, 3 of his sons, to be also actors. Junius Brutus Booth, the famous John Wilkes, American hero Booth, and Edwin Booth, who actually was the Hamlet of the 19th century.
Edwin Booth was the Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And if we want to talk about it in a Hemsworth context, which I'd like to,
you always bring it back to
I always bring it back to him. Chris and Liam Hemsworth would have been John Wilkes, and then Chris Hemsworth, the main star.
Yeah.
You know, the more brilliant one
Yeah.
would have been Edwin. Edwin was very technically skilled. Booth was energetic, but very good. The handsomest man in America. He had a lot of energy. He got the crowd laughing.
Because he was, yeah, you're right.
He was kind of a ham.
He could riff.
He could riff. He could be a TikTok comedian.
I totally could see that.
Yeah. He could be kind of an Adam Sandler-y.
Okay.
You know, I think he could be... I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take that back. I just realized what I said. I would not compare John Wilkes Booth to Adam Sandler.
Many say he was the Adam Sandler of the 19th century. Yeah, he's up there on the stage doing Opera Man. He was the Billy Madison of 1865.
Yeah, maybe Lincoln was like, Gatorade's better than water. Kabloom,
I must kill you. Yeah. All right.
But
he was a good actor.
He was a good actor. His
whole family were great actors.
He did not kill the president because he sucked at acting.
Yeah, a lot of things out there are really trashing Wilkes Booth's skills, and you can't refute him. He was loved around the country.
Irrefutable, yeah. He was loved. He was making about $500,000 in modern day currency, which is about $20K back then.
Yeah, and he was also a successful businessman. So he wasn't like this. Lincoln didn't affect him financially. If you really want to go into the reasoning why and kind of make sense of why he wanted to kill Lincoln, he just differed politically to an extreme amount. He didn't, people didn't agree with Lincoln to the fact where they're like, this guy's a tyrant. What did he do? Long story short.
He imposed martial law in Maryland.
Yeah.
John Wilkes Booth was from Maryland.
Yeah.
Suddenly your state has been taken over militarily for the president to wage a war on the opposite side. He was an enemy to John Wilkes Booth specifically, but John Wilkes was also an actor who kind of peaked early. He achieved everything that he wanted to achieve. So he was looking, I think, for further forms of gratification. You know what I mean? Kind of like when an actor adopts a, African child. They're I need another thing.
I'm Zac Efron, and I'm going around the world for you. And
right, exactly. It's like, I'm Chris Rock, I'm taking off my shirt, you need to vote. Like, these silly things that people do because they've achieved everything they want to do.
Got it.
So I think he really thought he was a coward, that he wanted to contribute more.
He also thought he was going to be remembered as a hero, right?
Yeah, disappointed, shocked to find that he wasn't when he read the papers as he was hiding in a bush.
Imagine the flip of feeling you have to get from going to think you're about to be America's biggest hero, and then someone gives you a newspaper and you're like, oh, probably the biggest hero.
And then you read the headline, it's like, John Wilkes' butt. You're like, no!
What did they... John Wilkes Booth kills the president.
Yeah.
He supposedly is found 12 days later hiding in a barn and shot to death by troops. There is a section...
Support the troops.
What? Support the... Blue Lives. No. Okay.
Not the same.
This is a Blue Lives pod.
Certified Blue Lives pod. Okay, if you think anything different, you can get off. We got the police scanner. We know they're coming.
We are sponsored by Chick-fil-A. And so there was another thing. There was another rumor that went around about the old Wilksey Booth, is that he was never killed by the troops. He escaped. He lived under surnames and disguises the rest of his life. He probably had a lot of costumes. He was an actor.
If you're going to escape as an actor, you're going to carry with you your costume, your wardrobes.
Did you see that man? Was that John Wilkes Booth? Why do you think that?
Or was it Julius Caesar that just ran by me?
Just the characters he played.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar on our train to Nevada today?
Was that Brutus in crutches? Is that a broken leg Brutus?
I don't know if I saw, but did Captain Hook just move into town?
He played Hook.
He played Hook. So there's another theory that he lived his life.
Yeah.
He eventually died. And then his mummy, this is true, whether it was his mummy or it was not his mummy, traveled around the... I want
to clarify. You're saying mummy.
Mummy. M-U-M-M-Y.
Double M-Y. Okay.
There was a mummy, which those things just pop up. When's the last
his
time
corpse. Are you referring to his corpse?
Yeah, but and everything that I found, they called it a mummy. So I don't know if that was just the way that they...
Okay.
There's YouTube videos of I'm hunting down the mummy.
Is next to
What
the
do you wanna
video, does it
though?
say
What do
parenthesis
you want to
real?
say? You have to say corpse, but your only alternative to cool it up is mummy. So there's no other word.
Cadaver?
Cadaver. Ugh.
All right. Mummy?
Anyway.
So there was a mummy. Well, a mummy, this is why it's important.
Because you need to be wrapped up.
Well, because wasn't he walking around or something?
What do you mean?
I thought you were telling me there was a mummy on the loose. Like someone...
No,
was
no,
that
no.
not true? I thought it was
No,
like
I
a
didn't-
Scooby-Doo hunt for John Wilkes Booth
I mean, I'm
dressed
spiritual,
as a mummy.
but I'm no. Oh, no. When he died, his body toured as like a sideshow around the country.
Oh,
So
okay.
so someone either pulled off someone was like, I'm gonna make a couple bucks. I'm gonna spread this rumor, and then some guy with a body. No one ever questions this guy.
And some goddamn American
Try hard.
initiative.
You talk about Trump's convincing people on lies. This guy toured the country telling people he had the body of John Wilkes Booth.
That you can't identify him. He's wrapped up.
That's John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, people didn't know how to
It could have
question
been
that.
a thing of pillows.
Yeah. No, that's John Wilkes. Are you sure? That looks like
That thing is clucking. I think that's a bunch of chickens under pillows.
No, that's John Wilkes' coop. This is John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, I see. Oh, there he is.
Anyway, this
Nose.
guy, whoever toured the body, who nobody asked how he got, probably his dead wife that he killed, toured around the country saying it was John Wilkes Booth for the money.
Killed his wife. He's
Yeah.
like, you're John Wilkes now, toots.
Yeah. You said you want to be an actress. Well,
Oh, no.
you're a dead one. I made you.
And you're also a man now.
Yeah, you tuck your balls and you tape them up. You tour the country. Okay. So anyway, that's a little story about John Wilkes. Let's get into Asia.
John Wilkes was born in 1838. And Asia...
1835, you're right. So
1835.
Asia was older.
So she was 3 years his senior.
Okay.
As they say.
Yeah, they were all born in Maryland.
Yeah.
And Asia's full name, Asia Frigga Clark. Weird name. Middle name, Frigga.
We're glad they didn't choose a different beginning to the word because it was different times.
Yeah, I feel like maybe they said that, but they were drunk. And the doctor was like, I heard Frigga. Write that down.
The doctor's an abolitionist. He's like, I don't want to.
Yeah, no. Sure. Let me give you a little picture of old age here. Also, named Asia because her father thought the Garden of Eden was located in Asia. Incorrect. Very wrong.
And
sorry, buddy.
A dumb way to name your daughter.
Yeah. Why would you? That's a terrible name. Would you ever name your child off of
I would only name a
place?
band
Asia? A good band.
Great band.
Yep.
Look them up. This podcast is sponsored by Asia.
So she had thin lips, cleft chin, thin black hair, parted in the middle, and bundled up in the back.
Yes. What do you think?
I think modern day 4, Civil War 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Look her back then.
Kind of an Elaine.
Yeah.
A Civil War Elaine.
Oh, okay.
I like
Very
that.
nice. So she leaves.
I'm just going to think on that for myself.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let you go
I'll
do
be right
yourself somewhere.
back.
Huh? Oh, I got it from here, dude. So that's basically what she does. She grows up with the Booth family. She's not an actor. She does marry into acting with John Sleeper Clark.
Mhm.
He was a successful actor. He did a little bit of plays. He didn't really get anything successful. It was like one year, like 1884. There's like, oh, he really did a play in New York that was cool. That's basically it. So the reason so Sleeper Clark was an actor. John Wilksey was suspicious that he was trying to date old age, which
just to get into the fam.
I agree with what you're saying.
Fam.
What if they actually had a connection? We don't know how good Asia was.
Well,
she doesn't sound fun, huh? Is that why?
He divorced her. Or he tried to.
He tried
immediately after all this happened. He got pulled in for questioning. And,
he got taken to jail because everybody's a suspect now in the family.
Yeah, so all that happened to him, and then he was like, I want a divorce, and she's like,
she said no.
No.
So you think about women's rights back then. Asia, pretty strong woman, pretty progressive.
Yeah, that's true.
She didn't allow her husband to divorce her.
Yeah, which probably practically was miserable.
Oh yeah, that was a bad choice.
A bad personal choice.
Because I don't know why, but he's staying with you, so he's gonna hate you now.
Yeah, and he did. He married in. We think he did marry in to try to
dig a little gold.
Dig a little gold.
Let's get a little stage time.
Make love tonight. Yeah. I mean, like he pops out 10 kids with Asia, and maybe he can
10 kids. That's
yeah,
commitment.
they had 10 kids.
Jeez.
Just to get closer to John Wilkes, like John Wilkes had written to Asia, like, "Hey, I don't know if this guy. I think this guy is just trying to rub shoulders with the Booths."
Yeah.
And Sure. So it's tough to tell if it was like, oh, it's probably because he was being sucked into this assassination drama rather than, oh, I've lost my networking connection.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Why he wanted a divorce?
Why he wanted a divorce.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy
Well,
to be in the
also-
Booth family now.
To be thinking about that too, because you have to think if that was his motivation, I'll gold dig and marry Asia and then be closer to the Booth family and become a more famous actor. If that's your plan, and then you commit years of marriage and 10 children, and then that guy goes and kills the president,
Just to read in the...
you gotta be
Yeah,
so pissed.
pretty pissed.
You gotta be like,
I need a mistress.
I need him right now.
Right now. And he did. He got one.
I'll stay with you, but I'll get a mistress.
It's pretty crazy. Whenever you see a mistress, you're like, oh, he just got one.
Yeah, he just
I guess
picked
he
up
just got a mistress.
You just drive down to the old Goodwill and pick up a mistress.
You look at the rack, you go, medium, okay. Doesn't smell that bad. A mistress.
You gotta wash these. Yeah, you gotta wash them before you use them. Okay.
What if I don't, though? If I didn't, would that be okay?
All right. Okay. What if I already
Have you
did?
ever... what if I'm wearing it? What if it's on right now? Can I wear it out? Going to Goodwill. Hey, can I wear this out? Sir, you should not have that on.
Is it? How much does it itch?
Am I itchy or is this making me itch?
Also, can I take this bowl?
Just for free?
Yeah, can I just take this bowl?
Yeah.
The husband sucks.
The husband sucks because he did divorce, and then Asia refused to divorce. They ended up moving to London because she felt like she was exiled from...
I just feel like nobody knew who she was.
It was a self-imposed exile. She was
Yeah,
humiliated.
she hated the people. What was that thing? She had a very poetic way of describing her hate for the people of London.
Yep.
Greasy
I
voice.
hate fat... I don't know if she's British, but she's going to be for this. I hate fat, greasy-voiced, fair-whiskered Britons with all my heart. Let me do that again. I hate
Wait, say
fat...
Harry. Say Harry at the end of it.
I hate fat, greasy-voiced, fair-whiskered Britons with all my heart, Harry. Harry Potter, the boy come to die. I don't actually. I think it's come to die. Anyway, your thoughts? It's awful.
Hold on, we'll get back after we settle
A lot of
what
dead
they
air.
said in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Let
Let me look that up.
Can we fact check that?
Yeah, but she hated. She
hated kind of
Britons.
everything.
She hung a flag every 4th of July and George Washington's birthday. Which,
Yeah.
do you know it? If you don't, I'm deporting you.
It is April 3rd.
No, February 22nd.
Okay.
Back to Italia, you fucking...
Shit. Playing
I'm,
Black
I'm a
History Month.
Mexican
That's pretty
guy
cool.
deporting you.
Back to it.
Back to fucking Italia. I'm Italian. Well, if we've learned anything, it's that I can do the accent that I'm not saying I'm doing.
Yeah, I can only do the. Can you do any accents? Only the ones I can't do.
I can do like the negative of an accent. So if you say it, I can do something else that isn't that.
If you want English, say Irish.
Yeah, please free me.
Free-
I'm trapped.
You say that in an audition. Please free me.
In your SNL audition.
All right, you can go whenever you're ready.
I'm just a clown.
Okay. Please free me.
Well, like, can we talk about how Asia described her brother and how she humanized this guy?
Wow, she really described him. I'll talk about it if you want me to get turned on. Perfect hands, his father's perfectly shaped head.
Yes.
She loved the way her brother looked.
And smelled.
And let me
I'm
ask you
supposing.
this. This got me thinking about, so she described her brother in a very loving way to the fact where you know
Yes.
they had a close relationship, but also where you're like, did she?
Is this on the front page of Pornhub?
Yeah, did she? Yeah. It was stepsister.
Is this a sibling situation?
Yeah, what's
totally.
going on here?
Totally.
I feel like they may be banged in the past.
I don't know if they banged.
No, but she had, she did have some feelings for him that seemed a little bit romantic.
could have been
Maybe.
very affectionate. I mean, it's tough. You know,
It's
you
tough,
ever
you're right.
love a sibling? We don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, that sounds like, hey man, yeah,
Yeah.
if you do it, do it.
It's great.
Here's this question. Not saying she was into her brother or not.
Yeah.
But back then, and could be stupid. I want to know, was that kind of fine? The whole incest thing, Civil War times, was that still kind of like, hey, me and my brother?
It would be kind of a double standard if you're like, okay, well that guy's not a person, so we can enslave him. But I think it's okay to fuck your brother. Maybe that makes sense.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't even
It's
know.
so backwards.
I don't know when incest went mainstream. Like when did it become not cool? It was cool for a while. Like,
It was cool. It was accepted.
It was accepted for a while.
I don't-
You're right.
It was cool for probably a very brief period.
I hope so.
For like one guy. And then, like, he came, and then he's like, not cool. This is not cool. Oh, boy.
Okay, so Asia's job, she was a poet. She was an essayist. She was a
Sure.
memoirist. So she wrote about her famous family. And this is what she did. It's basically all she's known for. But the reason that we're talking about her today is she wrote a memoir about John Wilkes Booth that humanized him. Only time that's ever been done. It's the only document we have that humanizes someone who did something so
Like an
evil.
assassination.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's not a
You don't have like the Brother's Diary for the Tsarnaev guy. The Boston
exactly.
Bomber. Like, you don't have these crazy things.
Yeah, it's not like there's a pamphlet on Hitler where they're like, he loved coloring. Or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, usually the
It's
best
just
you
like-
have is a neighbor being like, he seemed nice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But this is a whole pouring out of her soul.
Yeah.
And I think it was specifically Asia's personality. She was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like somber. She was
Yes.
smart. She was sensitive, but she seemed like kind of a downer.
Yes.
And so she kind of ascribed her family's turmoil to her life. And so that's why she dedicated her life to writing all this shit.
Yeah.
Is to redeem her family, to give them credibility. Like, she finished her biography of her father. She, did the John Wilkes, the unlocked book, the memoir.
Hilarious
of John,
title. Say the
which-
title one more time.
The unlocked book, colon, John Wilkes Booth. Never seen a locked book.
Nope.
Wouldn't want to get into it.
Guess a lot of people back then were breaking into books. They had to lock them up.
Oh, I laughed too hard at that. Guess there was a bunch of book thieves going around.
Hey, somebody broke into my book. I parked it right here. I parked my book right here. And it's...
I pulled in. I just got a drink and some apps. I came out. They stole my fucking book.
I went in to get one mistress, and then come out with my books.
My book's been ravaged. They took all my pages. Yeah, what were they doing? What are you taking from inside of a book, if not the knowledge?
This country's getting gentrified by the union, and I hate it.
Dude, that's what downloading a book was. If that's what downloading was, you just rip the pages from a book. You're like, this is mine now. It's a zero-sum download.
That's how people learned a little at a time. One day
Yeah.
we'll have a story.
Yeah. Little peasant kids going into libraries, ripping out one page, like, study this all day. Anyway.
I got him breaking into books the other day. You may want to talk to your son, Asia.
Yeah, a lot of her kids died. No, but she didn't seem to be. I mean, she didn't
That's
go down.
gotta be it's still hard to deal with.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, it's hard to deal with.
You know what it's...
Whether you're attached to them or not. And I'm not saying she wasn't. We just, history doesn't offer a ton about Asia. What else about Asia do we know after she moved to London and she's just living a horribly sad, isolated life?
Yeah. So we can touch on a couple of pieces of her work that I thought we're talking about.
She did really try to humanize him and round
and
him
she did a
out
good
as
job.
not just an assassin. I mean, he was kind of a weirdo.
He seemed very weird.
Okay, look. Let me say what she said, then I'll say what I think. In the woods, he practiced elocution. His voice was a beautiful organ. A lover of nature, he might, quote, nibble on some roots or twigs, or throw himself to the ground to inhale the earth's healthy breath, which he called burrowing. So he's a little pig boy.
Yeah.
He's a little
likes
pig
rolling
boy.
around in the dirt.
He likes rolling around in the dirt. He likes singing. He likes nature. I like nature. This doesn't sound to me like it, releases him from being a serial killer.
Yeah, no, I don't
Or an
think the last
assassin.
time I can't remember the last time I ever saw a little boy rolling around singing in the dirt. But if I did see that, I wouldn't be like, if I later found out that he killed someone, I wouldn't be like, what?
Yeah,
I'd be like, yeah,
oh.
He did that. Yeah. He slept on apparently he
was singing Enter Sandman. He did the solo and everything. It was pretty sweet.
Then I don't know if you know this, but he nailed November Rain.
I don't know if you know this.
He, apparently John Wilkes Booth, the way she wrote about him was he also hated luxury items. He slept on like a hard bed with a straw pillow. This guy killed the president. Like you could have called that.
Yeah.
If
I
your
mean, that's
little
very. He went to
brother-
military school when he was 14.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if I found like a bird with its head cut off in his
Yeah,
bed.
man.
Yeah,
This guy killed the president.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not up for debate. And
Ah,
well, second shooter. Maybe Lincoln shot himself.
on the grassy booth.
What if it was a Fight Club situation and John
That's
Wilkes Booth
funny.
and Lincoln
Was
are like
him.
Tyler Durden? Just
And
a personal
at the end
theory.
of the credits, they're just watching the Confederacy burn.
Yeah, yeah, instead of the credit card companies. um, so spoiler alert. For Fight Club. Spoiler alert for Fight Club. She wrote in her memoir that he loathed jokes, particularly
Yes.
theatrical ones.
Yes, he was a big drama queen.
Well,
Favorite play,
he
Julius
was.
Caesar.
He was a. Yes, he was a thespian, but he also was a ham.
Mhm.
He was a show stealing kind of almost like a Jimmy Fallon, like just do anything to get a laugh or
Oh,
like
so maybe
fuck
he
people
hated
over.
himself.
Well, I would be shocked if he didn't. I'd be shocked if Jimmy Fallon didn't kill Biden.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jimmy Fallon. Woo.
I mean, that's why he did it.
Oh, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Speaking of Asia, going back into, so let's go back. There were a couple of things I want to ask you about. What would you do if you were in Asia's shoes? Leading up to the assassination, you're Asia. This is your beloved brother, John Wilksey B. You're getting courtside seats to his plays. You've seen him burrow in
Throwing
the
the ball
dirt.
back.
Yeah.
Go Kobe.
This man, he starts to act suspicious.
Yeah.
He's in and out of her house all the time.
Yeah.
He's hiding documents in her safe. Nobody knows what he's hiding in the safe. He's going
Well,
on
you just said they're documents.
Well, like what they pertain,
What-
right?
Okay,
Like,
what's in them?
well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you want to be vague
Just-
with it, Asia. They're documents.
I hear you. So
So,
I'm seeing all this happen. How do I feel?
do you at least get suspicious? Like, what's my brother doing? He's going on rants about how he's always in and out of the house all the time. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe he's selling coke. Maybe he's doing coke. Maybe he's doing.
maybe he's dealing crack.
Yeah, you first thought, what's this guy doing in and out of the house all the time? But
yeah.
then sooner or later he starts going on rants about Lincoln.
I'd
What do
be
you
like,
think?
Maybe Lincoln's not paying him for the coke. Maybe Lincoln's holding out on him. I think she did. I mean, I think she was hearing whispers and stuff. And like, men she didn't really know or were like tangentially familiar with, like outside the house. Like, what do you guys do? So I think it was but John Wilkes Booth was like, it's a boy's thing. It's a guy's thing. Stay out of the treehouse. We come in, we come out. You don't ask questions.
Gotcha.
You're our noblewoman's sister. So I'm sure she was suspicious. And then she knew that he would rail about Lincoln. And he would. And then Edwin was very pro-union. And Edwin,
The brother.
The brother.
The more famous brother.
The more technically the Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
brother. Chris Hemsworth and Anthony Hopkins, by the way. Same
Same
caliber.
thing for
caliber.
you.
Same caliber. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get
get
them
you,
confused
dude.
all the time.
I get you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this happens to you, Asia. John Wilkes Booth comes to your house. He says, I may not come back.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot
He
about this.
tells you, I'm probably not going to come back. She goes.
She caresses his head.
So he knelt down. Yep, put his head in her lap. Kinda, what's going on? Feels like that's not the
Guys,
first time it was there.
Charles hasn't been laid in a while. Charles like some hot action, head in the lap.
You know, something you really want to be there for.
Yep, face up, not face in, face up. You're just looking up at her eyes.
So
it's a pretty intimate pose.
Yeah.
Caressing the head. It's
they're saying their final goodbyes.
Totally. If it were 300, they would have fucked. The movie 300.
Yeah, a lot of that choke scene in that second movie. Oh my god.
600? What he done? Oh, was there a second movie?
You didn't see 302?
It was not called 302. There's no way it was called 302.
302.
300 Part 2, Ice Age. It's the same thing. It's just really cold. Their nips are super small. So are their packages.
Remember the era of Gerard
Butler?
Yeah,
I
he was
love
hot.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, with this guy.
I was pro Gerard.
Me too.
Yeah, I think Gerard will probably go down as like a John Wilksey character. Like on the same
Like the
caliber.
Adam Sandler.
Like the Adam Sandler, the John Wilkes, your Gerard Butlers. These are all the same people.
The Chris Hemsworths of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says your final goodbye. And he says, I may not be back. And she says, I can't go on without you.
Yep.
She's sad. And he goes, try to go on. Very dramatic. Obviously, this guy's in place. You wake up the next morning, the headlines are, your brother killed the president. How do you feel? Do you believe it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me ask
He'd
you
been
this.
going on, yeah. I'm like, though, this is what it's all been carrying up to.
The news hits. Would you, if this happened to you right now, your brother kills Trump.
Sweet.
Mission accomplished.
Kidding. It's not treason. If you're kidding.
Yeah, Law and Order.
That's for you.
Would you hide your brother? If you imagine you wake up, your brother's killed Trump.
So the tough thing is, if he came to me, I would try. I wouldn't shun him. Yeah, I mean, he would probably come over. Like, what would happen?
You gotta.
Oof.
I think.
I mean, they must have been tailing him. I don't know. I'd put him on a kayak. Where am I? Am I in Maryland? I'm trying to realistically think about what I would do.
If you're really back at home in Maryland,
I'm putting him on a kayak.
And you're just saying.
I'm saying you paddle to the opposite shore, and I'll call you an Uber.
I think they're gonna find that in the records. Hey, you called an Uber to the undisclosed location in Nantucket the other day?
Yeah. It was like a $500 trip.
The
guy was like, "It's okay, I'm going this way."
The guy was told to pick up not my brother. No, yeah, you're from Maryland, so you could send your brother off to sea.
Well, I mean, I am from Maryland, and so as someone who shares the same soil in my blood as John Wilkes Booth, I would do anything I could to protect someone who dethrones a tyrant. Yeah, Charles, I would do anything I could.
Okay, man, I'm from Arizona. I'd have to hide my brother in the desert.
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah, but then you're in a desert.
Yeah, dude. You guys complain. You're like, it's just desert out there.
Yeah, but if you're...
It's a dry heat.
Yeah, but it's one of the worst places to be lost in or alone in.
Yeah, you don't survive very easily.
Your brother's drinking water, and my brother's chomping up cactuses. I'd have to hide him in the trunk.
How would you humanize your brother? Does he do any weird things that you would write about and people would be like, I could see him killing the president?
He just has a short temper. My brother's one of those guys who's like super nice, super chill.
Is he a planner?
He plans.
All right, he can do it then.
Yeah.
Because if you're a planner and you got a quick fuse, that's all you need.
That's true. You just got to put it in your Google Calendar. Okay. So.
What else happened in old Asia's life? I mean, she converted to Roman Catholicism.
So
she's grasping.
Yes.
She's grasping for meaning, for control.
Yes, you're right. Asia, as an adult, went from being a spiritual person, they believe in God, but they don't belong to a religion, to converting to Roman Catholicism.
Yeah.
Bad move. She went
If you're going into the arms of the church, that means you're being chased by a lot of demons.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
She's quiet. She's solemn. She could make a good nun.
Yes.
She could make a good nun. She ultimately... How did she die? How did Asia die?
I don't remember how she died. I think she just got sick. And then...
I think, she died like everyone in that time did.
Yeah.
They just, kind of
get old.
Early and often.
She died... She did live to 52 back then. Pretty good.
Yeah, she got to 52. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she probably had depression. Like,
oh, yeah.
There's a lot of undiagnosed depression going on in history.
Yeah.
And I'm sure also that if you're like a woman of the time and don't have like, if you feel overshadowed by everyone, everyone in history, especially plug the podcast that you're listening to. If you're listening this far, you don't need a plug. Let me pull the plug out. Let me pull the plug.
Kill us all.
On you.
I guess we'll end on her work, how it got published. So lastly, the biggest thing that Asia Booth ever did in her life was write a memoir about John Wilkes Booth that gave some humanity to her brother. It's cool. It's the only document in the world out there like this. She kept it a secret from her husband because she thought it would bring back old memories and anger him about the whole situation. So she gave it to the most famous publisher, one of the Putnam brothers, George Putnam.
Yeah. It
was handed off to like George Putnam. I think even after she died, he didn't publish it because he was like, don't want to know, like that's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
So that guy, George, then whenever he died,
the wound was too fresh then.
Yes, still. People aren't going to be like...
No one's flocking to be like, oh my God, yeah. Like,
no one's in the library like, how did he,
Yeah.
How was he?
Yeah, as a guy. Like, no one's reading Mein Kampf after they find the camps.
Yeah.
They're not like, well, who else was he?
Yeah. What did he like? What else did he like?
Other things, art, dogs. We know the one thing, but what else?
What else? I don't know one thing about anybody.
Butterflies? I mean, she talks a lot about him. She did give us a different picture of him. He didn't kill fireflies. He called them the bearers of sacred torches, which is a low bar.
Yeah.
Not killing a firefly? Oh, you're a fucking saint.
Yeah. If you're not killing fireflies, you're killing humans. Because fireflies are fun to kill.
You kill fireflies, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm in the same room as you.
Like, wait.
Why would you kill a firefly?
You know,
there's bearers of sacred torches. I'm with John Wilkes on this. You're a psycho. Me and John Wilkes would be on the opposite side of you here.
Well, if you listen closely to yourself, you just said you were on the side of John Wilkes. But
yeah, I am. I'm a Marylander. We both love crab. You ever had a nice Maryland crab?
You ever kill a leader?
I would.
After you eat a nice crab.
Yeah, I would commit the highest treason in the land and then go straight to a crab feast at the YMCA.
At the you know what I like? You know why I go to the YMCA? Their annual crab feast.
Their polar plunge, their crab feast. They do a lot of great community events. I mean, Edwin, we didn't really talk about him. Just to give a little insight into Edwin, he was very successful. He was the Hamlet of the 19th century, technically brilliant.
He was a star.
He was a star.
He was the Michael Jackson of the booth.
You love comparing him to MJ, and he probably fucked kids.
Oh yeah.
We know by now that if you're hugely successful, you're unstoppable. You have demons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Edwin probably had his own demons.
Yeah.
I'm just totally making up a rumor about Booth's older brother.
It gets retweeted.
Yeah. The Lincoln Project is like, retweet this shit. No, I mean, Edwin actually did save Lincoln's son once, which was kind of a weird just coincidence in history, is that a train was going by and Lincoln's son Robert was leaning up against the train, and Edwin, without knowing it was Lincoln's son, just pulled this guy. He was falling in between the train and the platform.
Okay.
About to get really sliced and diced. And Edwin yanked him out and later learned that it was Robert Lincoln.
Wow.
Lincoln's son. And I don't know if you knew this. I don't know where I read this, but this is just a tidbit little bonus tidbit for the Patreon.
Yeah, don't say this.
You're now
live.
in Patreon territory.
This is for the paid. This is paid information right here.
This is $5 a month information.
You don't unlock this book.
This book is locked, baby. Yeah, that's what we have a themed Patreon episode.
This book, that's our merch.
The unlocked book. That's our Patreon merch, the unlocked book. But Booth was offered. Like, Lincoln had seen Booth in theater before, in performance.
Yeah.
And Lincoln's wife, Mary Todd, who some say Lincoln's gay. Some say that Lincoln's gay. Me, I'm gay, and he's gay, I know, because I'm gay. I sucked Lincoln's big old dick. I would have, if I was alive back then. Yeah. To know that he would die.
More score and
7 inches ago. Rest in peace. You hero. No, but Mary Todd was like, I think that guy is pointing at you. Like, I think that referring
Wilkes
to John Wilkes
was pointing at Lincoln.
Yeah, John Wilkes at the time was dressed up. You know those guys in the park who are dressed up in like marble or like gold or whatever, and they're just frozen? Yeah. That's what, like, it was a play where you had to do that as costume. Mm-hmm. So you had all that like silver paint on stuff. So as a statue, I don't remember what the play was called, but as a statue, John Wilkes like looked at Lincoln like menacingly. And his wife's like, "Did you see that? Yeah, another boo. What a dumb move."
This guy doesn't sound like a fun hang.
He's a clown.
He's all about. You ever meet a guy that's like all about the drama like that?
He's all about that drama.
He's all about the drama. Yeah. Wilkes.
All about the drama, never about that substance. You know. Edwin's like, "Stay in the play," and Wilkes is like, "I'm gonna mean mug Lincoln right now." And then Lincoln invited him up as like a VIP, to chat with the prez. Yeah. Do a little meet and greet, and John Wilkes denied it.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a record of Lincoln extending an invite, and Edwin may have gone. Edwin was very pro-union. I don't remember if Edwin went, but I wasn't there. But I do know that he denied it. So
he probably felt so good denying it.
Yeah,
he probably felt
a little
like
fucking
a little douchebag.
Yeah. Yeah. He thought he'd be remembered as a hero. He was not, and his sister, his brother Edwin, got back on the road. He took a few months off. His manager was like, maybe lay low.
Yeah. Hey, your brother just killed the president, so maybe...
You're not canceled, but he's kind of canceled. So
just take a big vacation.
You're in the cancel circle. Yeah. And that's going to diminish, but you got to wait it out.
Go to Canada. You always said you want to go to Canada.
I mean, he did world tours. Edwin Booth, let it be known, went to Hawaii, went to Australia. After his dad died at age 19, he went to Hawaii.
You went to Hawaii.
You're more...
How do you get to
Australia,
Hawaii?
He also went to.
And he boated there?
Tour
boat.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he lived through all those boats.
How many fucking women do you think he boned on the tour boat?
Oh my God, that poop deck was smelly.
What do you think sex is? It's disgusting. I'm kidding.
He said it's a quote. Okay.
This is 2020. We're all into the ass. We're exclusively into the ass.
Yeah, we're only ass.
We're an
podcast.
ass-only Blue Lives podcast. All right,
We're making masks.
Yeah, face down, ass up. Support our boys in blue.
Support the troops.
Support the troops.
Face down, ass up,
Especially
support
the cops.
troops.
Yeah, it'd be funny if you ended your set, support the cops, and everyone's like, wait, what did he say? Did he say
You
troops?
then you go support the cops. You say cops really fast.
Yeah, cops.
Support the cops.
All right, guys, remember, just support the cops.
Thanks for coming out. Just remember.
All ACAB, man. Just remember ACAB. All cops are brilliant. They're so smart.
Good night.
Good night.
So.
Nice synchronized.
Yeah,
Edwin,
that was pretty cool. That's gonna be a sweet little listen.
That's gonna be a nice Patreon nugget.
Yeah, save that for the Patreon.
Save that for
just
the
a
page.
synchronized
Not much left to say about.
Yeah,
Edwin.
I mean,
not
if
much
you
left to say about Asia. I mean, she died in relative anonymity. She did her best to redeem the family.
and yeah, so
We're talking about him now as not a total killer. Kind of, we're making fun of him, but
Yeah.
we are also bringing light.
he sounds
to
like
Asia.
a guy. It'd be fun to make fun of him. Like
Yeah.
he's someone like who you don't want to invite, but you maybe see him out. Like say you go into
He'd get
shows,
bugged by it too.
you go into comedy shows and like you see them on the run, and it's just fun to be like this. Like me and you hate him, and we get to shit on him after.
Yeah, I know that guy. There's one guy that I'm specifically thinking of, and
Wow.
God, he sucks.
It's kind of fun to have somebody that sucks though. 'Cause
I
you get to
know,
make fun
and
of them.
I could be someone who sucks. I think I am
Yeah, I
someone who
think
sucks
I'm
for
sure.
some people.
You ever think about that? I'm always like, oh, I bet some people really just think I suck, but
Yeah, not even because it's worse than because of my comedy. It's like they don't even think I'm a nice person.
Yes.
It's not even nice. I don't.
not even
good.
like a guy worth talking to.
Yeah, but it's like,
not-
do they
like-
think that? And it's like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Like some of them do.
Some of them do.
Some of them do.
Some people do think that. Some people just don't respect you.
Yeah, and I don't
Mom?
respect
Okay,
some.
sorry, I just started comedy.
What did you say?
I said I yelled mom.
Oh, mom.
I'm a new comic. So I mean to end it all, the book. God, I forgot the year. I have it here somewhere, but her memoir was posted long after her death.
Yeah.
It didn't really review well. It didn't really sell well, but it did give us some insight.
But historians treasure it.
Yes, because it's a singular document. Pretty cool, Asia. You thin-lipped.
I thought it was going to be positive.
What? That's positive. Who doesn't love thin lips?
That's true. Like kissing a paper cut. You in finance. You ever kiss a white woman? It's like kissing a paper cut.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like these I love black women. They have these big, thick lips, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And then he says the white woman thing. And now I'm just recapping other comics. Ian Finance is very funny though.
That is
he didn't need to,
hilarious.
sometimes I'll find myself complimenting people who don't even really know who I am,
I've
and I
done
feel
that.
like
You
it's
do,
weird.
yeah.
It's weird though because I'm close enough to knowing them that it's like, well, that's a little odd. But who
I've-
cares?
I've
It's a
given-
nice.
I totally agree. I think
a
it's
nice
those
thing.
things. I've given compliments. I've gone out of my way to be like, "Hey man, I like that set. It was really cool. You turned." I've gone like full nerd mode where I've been like, "Hey, I listened to your album and it was cool because I
Yeah.
saw when it was just a story on Instagram."
I'm sure they appreciate it.
I
though.
think it's complimentary.
You're saying
at
it
best.
to them. I'm saying it about them.
Yeah.
So this is
It's
stranger
all
because they can happen
complimentary.
upon it. It's all
No, I mean,
compliments,
people
baby. It's all
know.
love here.
Yeah.
It's all love.
We're an all
Ass
love,
only.
ass
all
only,
love. Blue Lives
Lives Matter
podcast.
podcast. And thank you so much for listening to Overshadowed, everybody. That's Asia Booth.
That's Asia Booth, baby.
So-
Asia Frigga Booth.
Asia Frigga Booth.
Asia mother
Friggin'
Frigga
Booth. So,
No, that's it.
no, plug your, do you want to plug anything? No, it could just end at that. That's funny.
That's funny. All right. Follow us on Instagram. Mine is Zach Russell Comedy, ZachRussell Comedy. Same thing on TikTok and YouTube.
I am Instagram Charles _. Fuck! I am.
Oh, you lost a lot of followers there, buddy.
I'm a Charles _Engel. It's ENGLE. TikTok, YouTube as well. And first step.
First step.
Praise be to Asia.
Praise be to Asia. Garden of Eden.